All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It's October 28th, 2025. Um, October's almost over. The Halloween season's almost over. So, normally during October, the Halloween season, I try to focus more on spooky Halloween type of episodes. So today I'm covering current news just because something true crime related popped up in my feed yesterday, and it's a fellow content creator. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to report on this. I found it interesting. But yeah, we'll be going back to the normal style of the podcast after October. Opening music was The Cure, A Letter to Elise. I think we opened with The Cure yesterday, too. I have a little bit of time on my hands because Sammy is at work. She got called in. She was off today. Dude, yesterday for me was a rough day, man. It got better, but I gotta get out of this job, man. And apparently it's not just me. Everyone's getting in trouble. So that was a little bit comforting. My boss was whispering with Talina, my other boss, all day. And there was fucking, I don't know what it's called, where you put papers in and it snaps shut. My brain, I just woke up. Sitting on the desk, but all the papers were face down, and I'm like, fuck. But I could tell, because she wrote with red ink, I could tell that it was write-ups. So, Talina left at 4, and then my boss went out to smoke, and I'm like, fuck it. So I just went over and looked. And it was 3 different write-ups for Talina. Luckily, I didn't see my name on any of them, knock on wood. I didn't have time to check through all of them, but I was like, oh, it's not just me. She got written up a bunch. And then my boss was watching Greg, the third shift guy, on camera. So I'm like, they're just chopping heads at Clark's right now. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep going to work. My next write-up, though, I'm walking out. I can't keep doing this shit, I'll just be like, hey, save your breath. I got to go. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you want to donate some money to the channel, it helps. In hell, if I might be unemployed soon, it'll help. Let's get on with the show, though. So, I've never heard of this dude. It was just funny watching. It was what channel was it that I was watching that broke this story to me? Some true crime channel. Scandal, I think the channel was called. Some lady, I don't know. I've never seen her content, but I seen and clicked on it because I was outside smoking, and it was like, famous YouTuber gets arrested for child porn. And I'm like, okay. So I click on it, and it's like, famous YouTuber Mr. Crafty Pants. Which, first of all, Crafty Pants, weird ass name. Second off, the initials, CP. I don't know. I'm not saying there's something to that. But after Pizzagate and shit, and knowing that these types of people do little dog whistles, I guess would be the word, to each other, to let each other know who they are, using symbols, saying certain code words like cheese pizza, all that. It wouldn't surprise me if he was like, fuck it, let me make my initials CP. Luckily, because I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, fuck, man. My initials are Conspiracy Corner Podcast, CCP. And I was like, well, at least it's CCP. That's not too bad. That wasn't intentional. But I heard that, and it was just funny. I had to go to the comment sections. I'm like, famous YouTuber. I've never even heard of the guy. But he does do different content that I'm not into, like crafts, apparently. He does makes t-shirts, does like knitting, I don't know, crafts, you know. So I definitely, as soon as I got home from work yesterday, I was like, hey, boo, do you know this guy? Because apparently, too, this guy lives in Kentucky or is from Kentucky, was arrested in Kentucky. So not only is it like a YouTuber, a fellow content creator who's getting arrested for this, apparently he's a Kentucky native, like lives around here. I didn't know that either. So I'm like, holy shit, this is kind of hitting close to home. But I was like, do you know this guy? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. Because he got arrested for CP. And she's like, oh, lovely. I'm like, yep. So let's get into it. So YouTuber Mr. Crafty Pants was arrested for alleged possession of sexual images of children. Police said the IP address connected to the social media account was the same as Michael David Booth's home address. Very uncommon last name. It makes me wonder if he's related to John Wilkes Booth, which would be crazy. There's a picture of the dude. There's Mr. Crafty Pants. It's so ridiculous. And I get it, because like his content is crafts. It's just amusing to me. Apparently he was like a gay guy. He has a husband. And because I was talking to people in the comments section, and they were like, one of them said like apparently him and his husband had went and did like videos at Disney World, which is weird. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like if Sammy ever, because she never got to go to Disney World, if Sammy wanted to go to Disney World, I would go to Disney World with her, just for her, because I love her, you know. Would it be embarrassing and awkward and weird for me? Yeah, not gonna lie, I'd be kind of like uncomfortable the entire time. Because one, everyone would think I was like a Disney adult, you know, which would drive me nuts. And two, it's fucking weird. I mean, we went to the fair, what was it, last year? Or no, it was earlier this year during the summer. I even talked about it on this podcast, and like it was awkward just me and her going to just the county fair, riding some of the rides and shit. Like, it was awkward then, you know. A popular YouTuber known as Mr. Crafty Pants was arrested for allegedly possessing and distributing sexual images of children on social media. Somebody in a comment section too also said that I didn't know this, but it makes total sense that to receive cheese pizza, you have to give cheese pizza. That's how it works in those types of communities. Which totally makes sense, because they do the same shit with gangs. Like, to join a gang, you have to kill someone. Everyone wants to have dirt on everyone else. It's a blackmail scheme. So that way, if they go down, it's like, well, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you take them down, it's like, well, you got dirt on you too, you know? I believe the elites work the exact same way, you know? When people are like, oh, so-and-so won't release the Epstein list, I'm like, none of them want to release the Epstein list, because they're all on it, you know? It's a huge blackmail scheme. So Michael David Booth, who gained over 500,000 YouTube subscribers and hundreds of thousands of followers on Facebook and Instagram for his do-it-yourself crafts tutorials, was arrested Wednesday in Kentucky after police said he shared the disturbing images on social media app Kick, Wave News reported. So, first of all, this shit aggravates the fuck out of me. As someone who's been a content creator for over a decade, and by the way, I'm super grateful for the small following I have, but as someone who podcasts like 6 hours a week, I would love for my channel to grow and become bigger. It's just, I can't help it. I'm not gonna lie. There's jealousy when I see scumbag content creators who have enough following that they can do it for a living. Like Chris Chan, I talked about him on the channel getting the silver button. Was it like 2 years ago or something like that? Like I had to rant about it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like I've wanted a silver button for over a decade, you know. And this fucker screws his grandma. I think it was his grandma or his mom. Either way, has sex with his family member who's senile and gets a silver button. Like, what is wrong with our world? Yeah, so this guy, 500,000 subscribers, you know, does this for a living, has a dream job, and throws it all away because he wants to look at naked little kids. It's fucked up. Another thing, too, is Kick app, K-I-K. I don't know anything about it. You'd have to hit me up in the comments and let me know what's the deal with it, but I have heard nothing but bad about it. Every time I hear like somebody trading child porn, it's always on this website, Kick. Does anyone know what Kick is? I mean, apparently it's just swarming with like pedophiles, because every time I hear about it, it's a true crime documentary or a true crime video of people trading this shit on this website called Kick. I don't know. It's just I'm not very tech savvy. I just talk shit behind the microphone. That's why I started a podcast. But that I just don't know enough about a lot of this website shit, different websites, you know. The 39-year-old social media influencer allegedly possessed 6 explicit photos, 3 of which showed children under the age of 12, and 3 that depicted teenagers. So 3 of each. Half of it was children prepubescent under 12, which is sickening. Like, it's sickening that they're all underage, but like, for some reason, not even for some reason, it's just more disgusting when it's like under 12. Like, the younger they get, like, it's like, oh, you're a demon, dude. The images of the children under 12 were shared at least 12 times, whereas those of the teens were distributed at least 15 times, according to an arrest report obtained by the outlet. The files containing illicit material involving children were allegedly sent from Booth's Kick account between August 5th and August 7th, according to Fox 56. So August, September, October. So they've been watching his ass for 2 months before they finally got him, you know. And people will say, well, you know, that's shitty of the police to take so long, 2 months to get this guy. I get it. As bad as it sounds, they want him to keep distributing it because it's piling on more evidence. And what you want is, first of all, enough evidence to get a warrant signed by the judge so you can bust in and get this guy. And 2, it strengthens your case. So I know it sounds bad to the average person of like, how do they let these people run free for so long? It's like, because they got to build a case. The stronger your case is, the more likely you're able to lock this guy up. The longer you're able to lock this guy up, you know. Yeah. So it makes sense. I know it's frustrating, but it makes sense. Search warrants on Booth's Kick reportedly unveiled 2 selfie-type photos of Booth, allegedly confirming he was behind the account, according to the outlet. So, not that I'm rooting for this guy, because I'm not. But how stupid do you have to be? So you're using your account to distribute cheese pizza, and you literally, your profile picture is like selfies of yourself. And by the way, you're famous on YouTube with 500,000 subscribers, so like, people know who the fuck you are. Like, you have to be fucking retarded. It's so fucking weird and stupid. Like, you know, not that I'm rooting for the guy, but it's like, how dumb do you have to be? Oh, I'm using this to trade child porn. Let me take a picture of myself for the profile. What? Allegedly, a subpoena for the IP address used to distribute the disturbing material returned as Booth's home address in Prospect, a rural suburb of Louisville, according to Wave News. If I could find the actual neighborhood, Prospect, it looked like it was a nice neighborhood too. Louisville's literally an hour away. I ain't gonna lie, me and Sammy might drive past and film a video out there, like, just for shits and giggles, because we like to go and travel and film stuff. Along with podcasting, we like to do short videos sometimes, travel logs and shit. I'll hit up Sammy and see if we could find this guy's house. And one reason I know that we could find it is he literally had, because he was decorating for Halloween, he literally had a sign out front, which is pun intended, which is a reference to Hocus Pocus. Apparently, one of the lines in the movie is, "I smell children." I kid you not, this dude hung up a sign that said, "I smell children," to decorate for Halloween. But it's so creepy looking back and knowing what he got arrested for, and he had that sign hanging outside of his house. So if I did go through the neighborhood and I seen that sign, like, that's a definite, oh, that's where he lives, you know. I'm gonna go out and film it, take some pictures. So his arrest left the typically quiet neighborhood shaken. So we walked out our front door on Wednesday to a very heavy police presence, says Laura Nash, who lives across the street from Booth. Told WDRB, "My heart dropped, felt sick to my stomach. It was gut-wrenching and eye-opening." Another neighbor, Lindsay Smart, noted a Halloween sign in Booth's front yard reading, "I smell children," showed that appearances could be deceiving. Here's his mugshot, by the way. Oh, Mr. Crafty Pants don't look too happy. I wonder if they'll let him do arts and crafts in prison. You feel like you know your neighbors, but what goes on behind closed doors, I guess we never know, Smart says. It's sickening, it's disgusting, and I'm so glad he got caught. I'm sorry, but maybe it was just because I grew up with a very paranoid mother, who was a consumer of true crime, and I grew up watching true crime with her and hearing this shit. I have never trusted any of my neighbors. Don't give a fuck. I have trust issues anyways, just trusting people in general. Yeah, I've never looked at my neighbors and been like, yeah, I think I know that guy. He seems cool. No, I don't trust anyone. I'm paranoid as fuck. You guys know me. I'm a super paranoid dude anyways, so it's like, yeah. By the way, too, I was talking to someone. I'm like, as weird as it sounds, the more perfect someone is, the less I trust them. Like, the more Barbie doll their wife is, if the guy is in a suit and tie and, hey, my name's Jim, you know, I go golfing on the weekends. I'm like, oh, that guy's got some dark skeletons in his closet. I guarantee you, like, there's torture porn in a dusty box in his basement, you know? As weird as it sounds, like, if someone's a little rough around the edges, like, I don't know, a little punk or got tattoos or missing some teeth, smoked some cigarettes, I feel like I would trust that dude more than some dude in a suit and tie. As weird as that sounds. I guess it's like the whole American Psycho. It just reminds me of the Donnie Darko, that public speaker who kept coming to his high school and was like, everyone was like, oh, he's a good Christian man, and, you know, goes golfing on the weekends and wears a suit and tie and super nice, and turns out the dude's got like a secret room with all this cheese pizza in there. And I'm just saying, that's me. Booth was charged with at least 20 counts of disturbing matter portraying sexual performance by a minor. Booth appeared in Jefferson County District Court Thursday morning, where a judge set his bond at $100,000 full cash and ordered that he have no contact with minors and no internet or social media access. Booth entered a plea of not guilty on all charges. So, now with bonds, usually $100,000 full cash. Usually you only have to pay 10%. So $100,000, it would be $10,000 cash. But this says full cash. So I don't know if that means like it has to be $100,000, no 10% on this case. Which even still, if this dude is a famous YouTuber, allegedly from what I read in the comments section, this dude was married to another dude. So there's and if he's a famous YouTuber with over 500,000 subscribers, like, I would imagine he can get $100,000 cash easily and get out on bond. Because the suburbs that he lived in too looked like rich people's houses. Like, it looked like a rich neighborhood. So I'm pretty sure this dude's gonna get out on bond. But yeah, there's a famous YouTuber, Mr. Crafty Pants, caught with child porn. Lovely. Like I said, not very famous if I didn't know who the fuck he was, but we got time for one more story. Let's get into it. So I find this interesting, and I do have to say, I listen to all forms of content. I've always said this a bunch of times on the channel. I personally don't like to be caught in an echo chamber. There's content creators who are Christian. I listen to them. There's content creators who are satanic. I listen to them. There's content creators who are witches, atheist, left wing, right wing. I listen to everybody. Even if I disagree with them, I listen to them. So I do have to say, I kind of agree with, and I can't give an example of someone, but a lot of different Christian content creators who say, why is it always Jesus? That Christianity is one of the few religions you're allowed to make fun of. And they're not wrong. I mean, how many times have you heard of Jews being made fun of? Or Muslims, you know? Very rarely. But like Christians, everyone's just allowed to make fun of Christians, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel any guilt or feel bad for Christians, because it's like you chose that disgusting religion. But I do have to say, I kind of agree. It is odd that Christianity is under so much attack. So, not that I'm gonna like convert to it, you know, or anything. I used to be a Christian and then I woke up. I choose not to go back to sleep. Porsche apologizes after uproar of removal statue of Jesus Christ from their sports car ad. The Jesus Christ statue overlooks the Tagus River that divides the Portuguese cities of Almada and Lisbon. And this is a famous statue. I've seen this statue before. So there on the right is the statue, and on the left is the Porsche ad. And someone noticed that they removed Jesus from this Porsche commercial. Why? Is Jesus that offensive? You know? As someone who was born and raised in a religious household with religious abuse, I despise Christianity. But I'm able to function and drive past a church without being triggered and freaking the fuck out. I'm able to watch a movie and see a church or a statue of Jesus and not freak the fuck out. Luxury car brand Porsche is facing criticism online for an advertisement it released. An advertisement to celebrate 60 years of Porsche 911. Dun dun dun, Illuminati confirmed. that apparently removed a famous statue of Jesus Christ called Cristo Rei. Rei. It overlooks the city of Lisbon, Portugal. The company has apologized, saying the landmark statue was mistakenly removed, and told Fox Business that the clip has been replaced with a new version. The campaign was launched last week to honor 6 decades of very fast years for Porsche 911. I don't believe it. I don't believe it was mistakenly removed. Because first of all, that means that you're not just filming it and it's not natural anyways. So you're purposely going in there and removing shit. You don't accidentally remove, first of all, a famous fucking statue. I've seen this statue a bunch of times in movies, and you don't accidentally remove a Jesus statue that's famous in the background. You know, that'd be like if you were filming in New York and Statue of Liberty was in the background. You don't accidentally remove the Statue of Liberty. I don't believe Porsche one bit. The original video showed vintage and newer models of the company's legendary car cruising through the mountains, according to New York Post. At the 44-second mark in the 2.5-minute ad, Porsche was seen driving past the backdrop of the bridge and river at the Cristo Rei overlooks, but the 92 feet tall statue of Jesus was absent. However, the concrete pedestal stands on which was still visible. The mistake drew attention to eagle-eyed viewers who posted about it on X, and the apparent edit went viral. Someone posted, "Hey Porsche, why did you erase the statue of Jesus Christ from your video filmed in Lisbon?" Just curious, you know. After the uproar online, the German car manufacturer apologized, calling it a mistake, and uploaded a version of the video that includes the full statue. So, I was curious about that, if they just fixed it and brought Jesus back, or refilmed it, or just took it down completely. And it reminds me too, man, people are waking the fuck up. Because it reminds me, first of all, that the elites are so fucking tone deaf and out of touch. They really are. There was something that Bill Gates put out. It was like a new app or new camera. I cannot remember the product because I was like so distracted by the commercial. And this was several years ago. Shit, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. He put out a commercial with Marina Abramovic to promote some new thing that Microsoft had put out. And like the commercial got so much of a backlash that they literally left it up for like a little bit and completely deleted the commercial. Because if you guys don't know who Marina Abramovic is, she's a famous witch, famous artist. She was the one who was inviting like John Podesta and his brother to the spirit cooking parties. She ties in with the whole Pizzagate shit. And it's Bill Gates, who is like a literal demon, you know. So, I don't know. It's like people are waking up and they're like, no, fuck this shit. Like, you took Jesus out of the Porsche commercial. I'm not even Christian, and like I said, I find it creepy. It's like, why? Why Jesus? Why'd you take him out? You know? In an early version of a film created in Europe, the Cristo Rei statue does not appear. We are truly sorry and can fully understand the hurt this has caused. This film has been removed, the company told Fox Business. The Jesus Christ statue overlooks the Tagus River that divides the Portuguese cities of Almada and Lisbon. The arms of the statue are outstretched like Jesus Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Okay. It's a smaller version. Maybe I'm thinking the Rio de Janeiro one, but either way, it's still a famous statue, you know. The monument was completed in 1959, I apologize, To express gratitude for Portugal being spared from the destruction of World War II due to its neutrality in the conflict, the Post said in its report. So there you have it. I just wanted to cover some interesting news. Jesus being taken out of a Porsche ad, which is creepy and weird. And Mr. Crafty Pants. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a good day.